fuel prices in Pakistan have skyrocketed. The spike in petrol and diesel prices came hours after a mini budget was tabled in Pakistan's parliament. Petrol hit 272 rupees per litre, whereas price of high-speed diesel rose to around 280 rupees per litre. The Pakistan government is racing to reach an agreement with the International Monetary Fund to unlock the critical bailout package to comply with the IMF requirements. Pakistan Finance Minister Ishaq Dar introduced the Finance Bill 2023 in both houses of parliament on Wednesday. The bill proposes an increase in GST as well as excise duty on cigarettes, sugary drinks and cement. After the introduction of the bill in the lower house, the finance minister headed to the Senate to table the finance bill. However, ruckus ensued and an altercation broke out in the Senate as opposition lawmakers raised slogans and surrounded the chairman's dais as the minister moved the motion. The parliament has been convened after Pakistan President Arif Alvi recommended that the finance minister take the matter to Parliament and take Parliament into confidence instead of using an ordinance to bring the slew of tax measures into effect. Meanwhile, inflation is expected to go up in Pakistan. After the hike in petrol and diesel prices, the prices of daily use items have already skyrocketed in the country. Pakistan is facing a financial crisis and the country's reserves have reached critical levels. Experts believe that it is enough for only 16 or 17 days of imports. The country held 10 days of intense talks with the IMF delegation in Islamabad. However, they could not reach a deal. The completion of the review could lead to the IMF disbursing around $1.2 billion. This may also unlock inflows from friendly countries. And for more on this, we were earlier joined by Syed Javed Hassan from Islamabad. He's an economic columnist and former chairman of the Economic Advisory Group.
I think more than appeasing IMF, it's the fact that we have not met the IMF conditionalities. The IMF conditionality was very clear. In the 7th and 8th review, that required Pakistan to have a primary fiscal budget surplus of 0.2%. That seems to have deviated because of our power circular debt, because of not charging enough tariffs on power, has gone up to something like 900 billion or about 1% fiscal deficit. So from a target of 0.2% surplus, we instead were arriving at a deficit of something like 1%. So the IMF has allowed some degree of leniency for floods, and they, I think, have allowed Pakistan to have a deficit of about 0.5%. Now, that is why Pakistan is having to undertake these measures. So I think rather than looking at it in terms of appeasing, it is Pakistan which needs to come back to actually achieving the targets which have been agreed with IMF.